Hey. What do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands, y'all? Just kidding. Listen, I want to thank everybody that is here, that has been helping me get here. I am taking one of the boldest moves I've ever made. Very courageous for me to get up here and go live on Facebook. I can't actually see who's on right now or any of that, but I wanted to reintroduce myself and hopefully reignite you to, I want to share my courage, strength, and hope and tell you a little bit about myself. But I'm going to just dive right into why I'm here and tell you about the day that I became empowered, that gave me the courage to get up here and go live on Facebook and share my life. I am turning 54 today. I did not plan this on my birthday, but from the ages of 40 to 50, and probably a lot earlier than that, but really between 40 and 50, I struggled really bad with alcohol addiction. And between 45 and 50, it was brutal. It was brutal. And I laid down one day and I just said to God, either take me or save me. And in between 45 and 50, I had been to 3 different treatment centers. I had been to multiple 5-day detox centers. I had been in intensive outpatient treatments, IOPs, we call them, counseling. I was on several different kind of medications to help me not put alcohol in my bottle. And I even spent 48 hours in the psych ward as a result of my addiction. So it was a pretty brutal thing. And, that day I laid down and surrendered to God. From there, I went to treatment for 45 days in South Padre. And I knew right coming out of that I would go straight into a month of sober living because I had not done that in the past. And I knew I was going to do everything different because this time at 50, I was not going to go into my 50s like this. And so I came out and I'm in sober living and, I'm doing well. And it was a Sunday, December 19th, the morning we're having a morning Sunday meeting and my phone starts blowing up. And I found out that my ex-husband had married my ex-best girlfriend the night before, which would have been 3 days shy of our 1-year divorce date. And here I am just trying to survive and live and rebuild my life because everything that I had known for 28 years was literally ripped away from me overnight. So I am rebuilding from the ground up and I'm fighting for my life with alcohol addiction. And right after that, same day, right after that, one of the girls was came down with COVID. And they asked for everybody to please go and quarantine. Now I had just purchased a townhouse. I had been building it for a year. And I actually closed 3 days after I got out of treatment, which the promises really just started coming before I even got out of treatment. So I had my townhouse, I had some furniture, and they asked me to go there. And I did. And I'm thinking to myself, the entire time that I'm driving there, I'm thinking I could stop and go to any of these gas stations and pick up some White Claw and go home and just, do what I always did, drink. And I thought about it. I really did. I thought about it every time I saw a gas station, but I just drove with my blinders on. I got to my townhouse. I went in the door. I laid on the couch. I covered up with a blanket and I laid there in silence. And I scrolled through my phone, just trying to find every positive quote, anything that I could find that would just keep my mind going in the right direction and off of that. And I don't know how long I laid there, but it was a really long time. And finally I thought, gosh, I better, get up. I might need to get something to drink, something to eat. And I looked down and it was 5 o'clock. I had literally laid there for 5 solid hours. And something came over me at that very moment. I knew that I was going to be okay. I'm like, I am going to make it through this day sober. And I stood up. Well, I sat up and then I went to the edge of my couch and I stood up and I went into my Wonder Woman pose. It's one of the things I talk about in my comeback roadmap. And I became empowered. I mean, that's what I call my spiritual experience. The time when it all came together and it clicked. And I knew right then and there I was going to be okay. And I immediately started sponsoring women and working with women right out of recovery and helping them, do what I was doing, try to stay sober and rebuild your life and get through the first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, the first year. And one of the things that I really had to relearn again was my emotions because, I had been drinking for 10 solid years. I mean, every single day. I mean, you guys, I had to have alcohol in my body every single day. I mean, it was hidden around the house. I mean, it was it was a mess. And so every time I would start to feel an emotion, I would really have to sit with myself and figure out, what was I feeling? What was this? Journal about it. And it's almost like I had to relearn what emotions were. And it was weird. But during that process too, I had to figure out who the hell I was, because alcohol addiction is a disease of the brain. And it literally changes your personality. I mean, you're not the same person when you drink. You don't make the same decisions. Your critical thinking. I mean, nothing is the same. And so I had to figure out who I was. And that was part of my journey. And what was so cool about that is, I don't even know where it was, 3 months. I'm not really sure where it was, but I started to get these like flashbacks, these feelings of, oh my gosh, I remember this. I've felt this before. And I started figuring out who I was, because I had been her before. I don't even know if I'm making sense, but I knew that I was on the right track, and that I was actually reclaiming my identity during that time. And I have never felt more connected to the universe, connected to God, because that day I surrendered. I gave it all to him. I mean, I did. That was either surrender to him or die. And I talk about some of these things in my story, my videos. I mean, I really should be dead. I'm lucky to be alive, but I have never been so close to God. Like, I thought I knew him before, but I've never known him on this level. I mean, it's really powerful for me. And I've never been more confident in the woman that I am today. I say I'm Leslie version 5.0. I guess today I'll be 5.4. But and that is that's the one story. I've got a million of them, but that's the one story that I wanted to share with you today, because that is how I became empowered. I knew that one day I wanted to take a stand for myself and for women everywhere, because there's over 10 million women still struggling with alcohol addiction and all the mess that comes with that. You know, the divorce aftermath, losing touch with your children. I mean, just you name it. I mean, it's like we are starting over. And so today, that's where I got my courage to come here and go live with everybody. I want to reintroduce myself. My name is Leslie Etzel. I am, God is my number one. I'm a wife. I'm going to actually be celebrating my 1-year anniversary this month on the 24th. 1 year anniversary. I'm a mother. I'm a daughter. I'm a granddaughter. I'm a niece. I'm a cousin. I'm a friend. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a certified life coach for women. I am also a top realtor in the Fort Worth area. And the truth is, I am a very grateful recovered alcoholic. And in honor of National Recovery Month, which again, I didn't plan all this. This is just what everything got laid out. I am launching my comeback roadmap. It's a 29-page guide that I put together. There's 8 steps in it, and it's what I did. It's how I started the process of rebuilding my life, because there's no one tells you. It's kind of like when you have a baby, no one gives you a manual. I had to figure this all out on my own. And so I put this together, and I can't think of any better way to launch this is other than to read you my introduction very quickly. I have From Shattered to Shining. This is a comeback they didn't see coming, and it's coming with a roar. Rock bottom didn't just shake my life, it crushed me. Alcohol addiction didn't flirt with destruction. It came for everything. It nearly killed me. I really should be dead. My 28-year marriage imploded. The man I trusted with my soul walked away, and the people I thought would stand beside me, some of them disappeared, some turned their backs, and others twisted the knife. I wasn't just broken. I was discarded, forgotten, left to bleed emotionally, spiritually, and physically. But somewhere in the wreckage, I made a decision. I wasn't going to die like this. I got sober at 50, and let me be clear, it wasn't pretty. I clawed my way out of hell. I shook in silence. I screamed in private. I cried on the floor more nights than I care to count. But step by brutal step, I started fighting for me. One breath, one boundary, one day at a time, and eventually one powerful comeback. This isn't a pretty story wrapped in a bow. This is blood, grit, and grace. This roadmap isn't here to sugarcoat your pain. It's here to honor it and to help you rise from it. It's not a quick fix or pretending it doesn't burn. It's about standing in the fire and saying, I will not die here. It's about finding your voice again, reclaiming your soul, and stepping back into your power on your terms. So if you're in the dark, if you've been discarded, if you feel like no one sees you, I do. And I am handing you this roadmap, not because I figured it all out, but because I lived through it. And now it's your turn. So let's rebuild, let's rise, and let's roar together. So I will put in the comments or something on how you can get this. I've got links for all of that. And the other thing that I want to share with you is that I have started a private women's Facebook group. It's called From Shattered to Shining. And it's just a space that I'm creating for women that are coming in with rebuilding their life, just anything, alcohol addiction, recovery, divorce aftermath, trying to figure out how to speak with your children, betrayal, loss, whatever it is. If that's something that you would like to jump in on, please, I'll get you the information on that as well. And if you know somebody that could benefit, I would certainly love for you to share this, because I can't do this on my own. And I think that we're going to be stronger together. We're going to be stronger together, y'all. So, and the last thing before I go, because I don't want to keep everybody, but I learned along the way very early on that I can't keep what I don't give away. And I found that to be true in every part of my comeback, which is, I think, why I just immediately started jumping in and sponsoring. I was ready. Like, I was ready. And the more I serve, the more I grow, the more I can give, the more I can heal. And the stronger I become, the more strength I can pour into you. And that is exactly why I created my comeback roadmap. And it's just my way of giving back that was so freely given to me, hope, direction, and that first step forward. So don't leave here empty handed. I'll share with you how to get my comeback roadmap. Jump into my From Shattered to Shining. And courage brought me here, and courage can take you there. And together we will rise and roar again. So I will plan on seeing you guys next Wednesday at the same time. I'm going to do another live session and share another snippet of my story. And I'm trying to start building my community of women. And let's just see where we can take this. But I don't want any woman left behind or forgotten or thrown away to the curb like I was. So for you, I am here for you. So thank you all so much for taking your time today and sharing about the live. I'm just so full of gratitude, and I'm forever grateful. So I love you all. Thank you.